What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and in this particular video, y'all, I will be reviewing If Loving You Is Wrong, Season 3, what is this, Episode 10 or 11, season finale or fall finale. And if you're not part, shout out to my YouTube fam. If you're not part of my YouTube fam, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe, like, and share this video. It's almost 1 in the morning, things got delayed. I would have been at least starting this, so you probably won't get this video till tomorrow early morning, But I know Ashley Miller already has her video up. Eva, also known as National Posters, or Miss Tink. Shout out to YouTube Club. She'll probably have it up a couple days. I know she got midterms and everything, almost a butt in the semester for her. And I also know that random TV, like Life of Us, Stanley and Lynette, the married couple, they also review this show as well. I think the Jedi also reviews this as well. But yeah. So, I don't even know yet when they're supposed to come back. We ain't getting the have and have-nots until the end of next month. So, it's going to be a little break. But anyways, it was kind of like cliffhangers. And some stuff I thought we were going to see a part of with the cliffhanger. Because I have some questions. Okay, Joey got picked up by Fawn, supposedly, based on his words. Where the heck Rinky-Dink went to, or should we say Pinky and the Brain, but both of them seem to be acting like Pinky in this case. And Quan, which shout out to Quan, the actor to play Quan, he had retweeted my last review on his Twitter, so I don't want to mispronounce your name, sir, but thank you. But he wasn't in this episode. I thought, based on how we were seeing, I thought it was going to be a robbery attempt or something with Fawn, still distributing the money, the money, getting, deposits and everything from all these restaurants. So it kind of was like a cliffhanger, but not the cliffhanger. It should have been more of a cliffhanger with certain storylines. Okay. And then they did Pete. I'm sorry to spoil it, but I'll get into it in a minute. I'm not really going to try to sit here and take forever with the storyline. Marcy. We picked up where we left off. Randall's still with the cigar, and some people become angry that sometimes either they're in shock, do something really out of nature, and sometimes put themselves and others in danger, or then they just like stand still when it's not clicking in. And Marcy was just in shock. And Randall's just letting her know, because he's even telling the guy like, well, why are you here? And Randall's just like, I thought she was supposed to sell property for what? Those type of questions. He was like, my mom's house. Well, you see, basically she, it's a little bit out, but okay, so, she ain't gonna be able to do it, day bye-bye. And he goes up to Marcy and just so proud, I have a son. I finally have a son. Ha ha ha. Basically like that, just walks away. And I'm like, Marcy, you'll take that shoe and stab him in the eye? Okay? But she just so shocked that she walks towards like the Bradston house. And he just like, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna get some stuff and go to Babies R Us for my son. My son! My son! And he's beautiful. I think he said that too. So when she goes to Brad's door, I forgot exactly what she said, right? But she's so out of shock, whatever. It's like she really said, no. So Brad walked back with her. He drove reverse out the driveway, Randall also knows where. I'm like, can somebody shoot at him, at least to shoot off his pigtail? I'm not suggesting violence, but I'm just sick and tired of these evil folks or these bad guys winning. Like Eddie survived, and now we got a question mark with a certain person we'll get, because that was towards the end and stuff, and they seem kind of look like another version of like when was inspired by Boys in the Hood. Walson Moore's Cherishless character. Well, I don't even know. I'm going to review World's next season. Long story short, whatever. It was a problem with one of the videos. I'll just leave it. Out of 2 videos I had, and they didn't like it, and whatever. So, but congrats if y'all get a season 2. I'm just saying. But anyways, so she basically go back there, and Brad just look like, what the hell? And she just. He goes in there and walks with her, and she says, I guess she's got to throw up. And then you got Randall's mom following her, like, what is going on? She's telling Brad to get out of there, whatever. Then he just walks like, you know what, I'm going to go stage left. And then she goes outside, and she's just like, oh my God. And then she goes and back to check on Marcy. Now, Marcy, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but I thought it was pretty interesting that she was throwing up. You know what I'm saying? Out of everything. Not to say it could be a crazy story, but you never know. This is another soap opera, okay? We don't know, even though Brad says, snip, snip, whatever. Who's to say when he was in, having 10, 10 extensions, 10 whatever, blowing Marcy's back out in a barnyard, in the shed, basically. Who's to say that, just like, because some people you can try out again, and scientifically, there are only specific people that you can have children with. Some people are more fertile than others, and some people can have kids, one person, and to be married. I'm sorry to be going off, but that has happened before. So who's to say Marcy's still not fertile? It's just that Randal, more ways than one, is not the right one, if you know what I mean. And even a scientific point to have children with. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just over exaggerating or whatever. But that would be an interesting storyline if she found out she's pregnant or something like that. I mean, like she moving on like then she found out she pregnant. So anyways, she admits to, when Luke's like, she finds out that, they talk about it, and she's asking, are you okay, blah, blah, blah. And Marcy, she just felt so sorry for it and everything. Marcy just like this. I spent $187, $200.50 all for fertility treatments, trying to get pregnant, have these surgeries, and Randal never helped me. I even tried adoption, but I could tell he only wanted bloodline. He didn't want to go with that, and he finally gets his boy and all this stuff, and he got that bitch pregnant, and they did this to me, and she's like, this is why I'm still stuck in the house. This is the real reason why she's stuck in it, not because she's trying to make the marriage work in the standoffs, but all the money she had trying to make a kid with this bastard, asshole, that now she's stuck in the hole. And still in the end, she got screwed more ways than one. And not just what probably she got that she liked from Brad, but she got messed over. So the mom suggests she'll give her she has some saving, like $14,000 to help her move out. And, Marcy said, because the way it's going, she understands somebody going to get hurt. And so I guess she's going to agree to move out. We see in another scene that Brad and Kelly is the only time we see Kelly. Like I said, it's a cliffhanger kind of like then. They really didn't really show Kelly that much. She sent her son Justice off to school. I still want to know what is the background of his biological dad. Remember, we supposed to see that in season 1 or part of season 1. It was something about something about your dad. She was saying something. I meant to say like she was talking to Justice. Well, that's another story, and it never has been discussed about it. And it's still like, are they ever gonna go in more details? And she asked basically like how Brad, they just said like hi or whatever, woo woo. And then, so, she be basically asking this. He asked like, I think they asked about was Alex come whole day and stuff like that. Then Kelly asked that, and he was, asking her something about, have you talked to Alex or something, whatever. And she said, she let Brad know one way or the other. She bluntly told him that because she didn't tell Alex about him and Marcy getting it on, and be between the sheets or in between the wood pieces in the back of the shed. That she's mad, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And she, Kelly, yeah, you are sorry. And I'm thinking, did y'all tune out that Alex just had a baby with her friend's husband and cheated on her husband, but yet you get mad at Marcy, and then they end up. And he ends up telling her about the sign and stuff. Was just something about, go look at the sign. I already seen it, but you go look at the sign. Something, just to highlight. I don't, they really didn't talk too much after that. It was just a little mumble jumble. But then she wanted to sign, and Marcy is on the porch in the rocking chair. And she just like, did Brad put this out here? And I'm like, but, we don't know. But Marcy still was like, no, Randal put it up here. And Kelly wanted to put it down. She was like, no, he got extras in the back. He made sure that he got, if they got a party seat, got a VIP card, a discount, or he got a group, Groupon coupon, he made sure he took advantage of that, okay? Because she said he probably got a couple of them in the back, whatever, right? And she just feels some type of way, like, hey, I don't feel like, why you didn't tell me that was his baby? You made me to believe that wasn't his baby, but he is the baby daddy. We ain't gotta go. Basically, it's like this. She ain't gotta go to Maury to say, to ask, you are, or not, you are not the father. Randal made it very clear. We see that baby, unless, Brad got, his immediate family member that nobody told him about, that might be, have a permanent tan. But other than that, 9 times out of 10, it's Randal's baby. Okay. So, anyways, she was like, you didn't tell me you weren't a friend. And she's like, I didn't know how to tell you. Now, even then, she made hints. She was doing like this, how you do parking, like you go to like the marinas and stuff, and they be having the parking, they be having the flashlights and stuff. Now, she made sure she did all that when she found out that Alex was Pepper. She didn't tell her, but she told her to a certain point. She was like, look to your side. So she could have been just like this, I'm just saying, I will take a DNA test. Just be sure thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's his child or not, but I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe you could ask. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that actually you don't know, but at the same time she's claimed and made an excuse she was in the between the middle. So Marcy just called her out on her shit and let her know, like, you were not there for me. You are not a friend. Go on. Kelly just getting involved with Alex, the married thought, has got rid of her behind, and Marcy, but has got rid of her. And I'm like, all she got is Essie's dingy butt, and I guess Natalie. Is she still cool with Natalie? We don't know But yeah, so it kind of ended with that, and I think she just walked off, or Marcy went in the house or something. And we go to a later scene that she talks to Brad, and she walks over there. Because I don't think we seen Randy for after the episode after that anyway, okay? I hope he got his peroxide so that lip and eye stuff won't get affected. But anyways, that actor who be playing, he be looking like he just be, like, he be playing that crazy role for real, okay? Like, I wear my sunglasses on there so I can spy at your ass type of thing. Yeah, okay. So, there's another scene that Marcy goes to visit, talk to Brad. Brad's like, you want some booze? She's like, no. And then he's like, you want sex? She's like, no. She just wants to end and move on, basically. Brad is still like, war means war. That's what he's taught. Military based, eye for eye. Cut your knees, execution style you're behind. Which we already know he judo chopped the hell out of Randal's ass last episode. Woo! And, so she's talking about she's going to get a apartment, and he's saying he may have to move in with there because he can't afford 2 places or something like that. And I'm thinking like, okay, where are you going to leave your 2 biological kids at? Because the way he's talking is like he is just by himself. And, she's like, okay, because he has 2 bedrooms, can he stay there? I don't know if he's talking partially or part-time, whatever. I don't know how I say partially and stuff. But part-time, whatever. But, he, was basically like this. What he's about to do, he's going to have to move out after the day Alex comes home. So to make a long story short, Marcy said there's some place for furnished and you can stay there and there's such amount of rent, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, let's call it, I think that's the towards the end, and then we see Brad in another part of the episode. Now, here's the whole thing where Eddie, like, in the middle episode, here's what happens. Joey's sitting there like this, do in front of his mom's house. He tried to warn Lushion, like, not to go in there because mom is tripping and she lost her job, whatever, and he admitted because of fine, whatever. And he even, goes in there, tries to talk to Natalie for a second. And Natalie just feels some type of way. She checks him about the $200,000. She's trying to say, like, you up here doing this stuff with Eddie and blah, blah, blah. She tried to question him. He said he always stacked and saved his money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just like that dude from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, Chris Rock's character, One Rib, who got like $10,000, all this money, like bands of money on him, and only wants 1 rib, okay? Like 1 rib, not a slab, but 1 rib, okay? That's the way Lucia said he'd been up there saving his money. And he sat there and basically let her know, like, I've been had this money, because he first asked a question like, now how when you did this application, because she's, you know, now let's say they were approved for a house and everything, and he was like, how I didn't put my application in. She admitted that she falsely did that. So basically then she's mad, you know, because first she also asked him, like, are you gonna be able to take care of the bills and everything? And he's like, yeah, I probably should be able, you know, also on my side. And then she's like, well, then she brought up $200,000. But then she basically mad like this, because she even asked this. I don't know, because I don't think I've seen the episode or first time hearing this, that he has 2 other children besides Frank. So he has 2 children, 3 children total. He pays for child support. She's thinking like, well, how is he able to do it? And he's like, I give you money too. And she's like, what, back 300 too? You know how Natalie gets, whatever, right? This is why they can still date but not living with each other, okay? I don't even know if, say, like, they actually gonna work out if Natalie don't get herself together the way it's going, you know, whatever, right? So, because she just hot-headed, literally. But she trying to warn him, you're gonna be like, Eddie, you stealing money for drug dealers. You know how Natalie began, stealing money for drug dealers and blah, 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 blah. So, but like I said, she basically tells him to get out. You know, she mad at him too, whatever, in the end, because she just feels like he, you know, he in the wrong and every darn thing else, whatever. Because, like, now, you know, like I said, she's trying to get another job. I think she say later in the episode. He ends up trying to invite Joey to a hotel room, because originally, remember, he was going to surprise move in with Natalie, I guess. But since, you know, he can't, she like get on, he gonna have to go to the nearest, you know, Motel 6 or whoever got a bedroom, whatever, you know, with a free, hopefully get a continental breakfast in the morning and go there. And, you know, Joey's like, I'm gonna wait for Fawn. We never see him leave with Fawn, but he must did. But like I said, I guess it's gonna pop back up maybe when they do part 2 of the season or whatever, you know. But anyways, so we also go back to the station, and Pete finally is able to talk to the captain and gives him the disc, which I already knew. Like, Lushion kept trying to explain, because I thought Pete was like a little bit smarter than that, and Pete seemed like the one of those characters like, dude, he's so goofy to a point that the common sense sometimes, or, you know, is somewhere else in everything. And now, you know, now, like I said, it's like a scene from Boys in the Hood that I'm about to get into real quick. So he ends up talking to Captain, and he's like, you didn't speak to Steve, but he's like, it's common information. He gives him tape, whatever. And then I think later on he ends up talking to Claudia, and he's so goofy and coolest. She's like, he's a charger, and she was like talking about Eddie or something, whatever. And she's like, I don't want to talk to Eddie, nothing like that or whatever. And he was like, don't do it, nothing like that. And she's like, yeah, you know, but, you know, I do want to honestly go, like, dinner, dance, you know, I'm new in town, blah, blah, blah. And I like to go there. He was like, yeah, but don't do that Eddie. Don't stay away from Eddie. And she like, hello? I'm trying to give you like I gave you 5 hints. I gave you my Instagram, so you can DM me in the message box, and also at your Twitter. I told you could FaceTime me. Hello? How many hits? You even know what my Snapchat is? Come on now. And he just do whatever, right? So she gave a hint that she wants to go out, and he said, okay, sure, we can go out this weekend. I'm free. But here's the problem. He sees the cop. I keep forgetting his name also. I don't know if he's a rookie or whatever. But like I said, himself, and he sees the captain, and Eddie just sitting there, you know, like chatting and stuff, and they're about to go out for some shots of Patron or something. I don't know. I'm just, you know, they were just ha ha ha. And that's when Pete knew deep inside, like, he messed up. Okay. And the captain, which I don't know why it didn't surprise me, was with this junk as well. Like, they all, majority of them are on some corrupt stuff, right? And so, because, you know, if you think about it, as much that Eddie did, it's like Eddie has power, but he shouldn't be that powerful, considering he's just a damn cop. Not, you know, excuse me, not to say like a damn, just a damn cop. What I mean is, it's like, how is he about just as powerful, or more powerful than the chief and people ahead of him? You know what I'm saying? Not to anybody, you know, because, I mean, there are good cops, okay? What I meant is that how much, he has a lot of power considering the captain's here, and I don't know how long Eddie has been a police officer, or here, okay? So that is kind of suspicious, and he's able to get away with so much, and people are just so afraid of him. Like, he got connects to Julio and the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got connects, but it's like he's unstoppable. I'm like, is he like $1 million? It's like the power that he has. There's other people are working with him, and they're not just, the connects he got on the south side, but we know there's some other people in that station who are ahead over him that also look out for him too. That's what we came to realize. So Pete left the charge. He was like, I'll see you another day. And, he just went off because he knew that deep down inside, like, it was some trouble for him. Now, all of a sudden, Natalie, they think about the police, open up the door, blah, blah, blah. And Natalie's like, who is blah, blah, I'm going to call police. Eddie was like, Natalie, open the door, whatever. He kicks in the door and intimidates her, like, where's Lushion, blah, blah, blah. You told SC, as read about, we take money for drug use, blah, blah, blah. And he basically get into it. Then Frank was like looking, and she's trying to tell him to go back in there and stuff like that. And he's all intimidating Natalie, stuff like that. And, Natalie, how she stands around, like, get on. And she has first this knife, and he was like, he's about to pull his gun out and stuff like that, whatever, right? And she's like, she put the gun down first. And then she's based like, you get on, blah, blah, blah. And he based like, something about calling her place a Rocha Fest motel, whatever, I'm thinking like, hey, we all know that you get down to even screw some of these females who come from these areas. Okay, let's be real, okay? But anyways, Natalie let me know like she was timid. She picked up first. She was timid. He was like, gonna pick up the knife again. She picks up the knife, and he ends up stun gunning her. And Frank tries to like pull his arm. He pushes him away, like, get off my mommy, whatever. He ends up leaving, intimidating, don't you ever, and I'll come as many times, but that type of threat, whatever, and leaves. But Natalie like got up like a G, because she sat there with her little to-do kit about putting the door, and she was putting some stuff up and didn't say or even call Lushion about the situation. But Pete comes over there, and what I'm saying, she was a little too kind to me, and this is why I say that. Now, she just got stung like hell, and then all of a sudden, she like this. Who's at the door? Pete opens up the screen door, even though he's nervous as hell, trying to give her the copy. Because remember, he lied to the captain, and was like, this only tape. But he like this, y'all. He like, Lushion here. I tried calling. That's when he lets Natalie know that he tried moving in with her and all this stuff. He even helped her move, and he thought she moved in there. He moved in there and all this stuff, and she's like just giving to him, and she just like, okay. And he was like, he talks like about you, blah, blah. She was like, why are you shaking? Okay, yeah, I got to give him a message, blah, blah, blah. They probably won't be able to give it tomorrow. Because she's asking, like, why can't you just give him the station? And he like, I don't think I can. So he is and we see this car, and I still don't know who's the black car. I don't know if it's Steve, that other dude that I don't know. We all know it ain't Ben's ass, because, and all this other stuff. So they follow him, and I first thought something was going to happen to Pete then, but it wasn't, right? So the next day, we see this little misunderstanding with Essie, and you got, I think Claudia talking to her, Claudia, and she basically apologized for not realizing that was a child's father. And she's like, what, are you interested in something? She was like, no, I just, But then she let it be known, because she's like, Pete is my type. And Essie let her know, like, yeah, Eddie didn't used to be my type, but he is a chameleon. He can find some way to get, to make you his type of thing. Besides probably bullying and threatening, I'm going to shoot you in the leg or some shit. I don't know. We all know how crazy Eddie is. And yet he's still here. God damn it. Now, we got, no offense, but then we got rid of one of the main characters, or have-nots, right? So are we going to get, like, one of them taken off here? Off of this show, too? I'm kind of wondering. So, anyways, we have, like I said, the Pete comes in and Ben come in, and they're still on the cycle, still on the swings, or Huffies, or what's they called, Huffies, also on the bikes. But they're going to be sent to Southside coincidence, right? Because, Pete's trying to wait for Lushion, but Lushion ain't there yet. Unfortunately, like I said, it's set that they're going to go on the South Side, and basically, Eddie pulls Ben Dum on the side, and lets him know, like, it's going to be the radio. We're supposed to be on 12, but you're going to be on 17, and there's supposed to be some calls with the store. But basically, I know, like, they're going to take Pete out. It's really, like, indirectly in between the lines. And, like, you supposed to stay back. And, type of thing. But that's why they're going to stop. Because they know nobody's supposed to go to the side. But Captain was the one who made the call. Okay, to tell him to go on the south side. On the swings. Okay? So, here's the messed up part. Then we got where all of a sudden, they're in the locker room, and all of a sudden we got Frank finds, Natalie Smith's mom's phone. And of course he's like, I'm about to call my daddy on this. You know, he too big to fight. That's probably what was in the baby's head. And not baby's head, but little child's head, the son. And all of a sudden, Pete is trying to tell him, like, I'm trying to talk to me. Can I please talk about they're the only ones in the locker room this time. And Lucia's like, and when the baby calls and stuff like that, he's and he go, Pete, like, I gotta talk to you, blah, 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 blah. He started kind of looking like bandage stuff when he, bandage stuff, almost kind of like, panicking with stuff. I forgot to mention, remember, Ben also was, when they were talking before, they were letting him know what the plan was going to go down, or basically take down Pete at any means necessary. He was like, here go Ben. Are you mad at me, Eddie? Or are you still mad? He's like, of course I'm mad at you. I shot off your hand. I'm thinking like, Ben is like, oh my gosh. Maybe it's because the fact that the poor child has these addictions to these pills and snorting with coke or whatever. But still seem like Eddie is weirdly a little bit more level-headed than Ben. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Maybe his tolerance level's different. But, but he let know, like, also, you stole from me, so you better not try it again. But at the same time, I think he keeps Ben around because Ben will kiss his ass. Even Pete, as goofy as he is, would not kiss Eddie's ass. And I think that's why they really want to take him out. Or any of them, the corrupt. Like, he really thought he was going to get promoted. The captain said, he's going to give him a protect you. Protect it's called, they protect themselves. So anyways, he all trying to let him know, like, excuse me, y'all, 1 minute. But anyway, y'all, he basically like this. He's like, he's trying to talk to him, whatever. Like I said, Pete is trying to tell Lushion what's going on. He's scared as hell, whatever. And Frank ends up calling him, and he basically like did the finger, like, okay, wait now. This is my child on the phone. Hold on, man. And I think by that time Pete ends up leaving because he figured like, okay, this is a lost cause. And then all of a sudden, actually, Frank let me know, like, Mommy, the police came over here yesterday through the door, and he said his name, I think, was Eddie Dad, and he shot Mommy. Stun gun, is Mom. He was like, what? And he was like, put Mommy the phone. At first, Frank already knew how Natalie is, and he like, can I call her back and blah, how Mom is? And he like, put on speakerphone. And, first Natalie wasn't trying to talk to him, then eventually said, I need to talk about a private matter. He asked him, like, did Eddie came over? She's like, yes, whatever. And then he asked her, did he stun gun you? She was like, I'm fine. He was like, so he did. He was like, no, did he taser you? And she's like, well, I'm fine. And he's like, did he tase you? Whatever. And he's just like, she had said something, but she's just like, you know what? I don't want to talk. Did she say, like, I'm getting a phone, I got to go to work, blah, blah, this and that. You got to find a job, this and that. You know how Natalie is. I start tuning out to the wild because then she gets angry because she's like, it's all because of you, Lucius. No, I mean, as long as it seemed like also she knew Lucius and, Eddie anyway, which her big mouth should not told dumb SC in the first damn place. On top of that, like, she should know Eddie is crazy as hell any damn way. And he does not care and does not stop. So she knew I think she knew Eddie's been crooked for a long damn time. So how would she feel that Lushion got anything to do with it? Like, don't you know, I don't know how she would have been back with Lushion, but it's like, I don't know. She just somewhere else, okay? Natalie's always somewhere else, okay? So, most of the time. But anyway, so, Lushion, Eddie comes to, he comes out to talk to Eddie, like, no, come in here. Come here, I want to talk to you for a minute. He just cleared this, he wasn't like, hey, how you doing? But he was about to beat his ass right for there. He come get Eddie, because Eddie still, thing comes in there, and he's basically like this. Close the door. They the only ones in the locker room. And he's like, did you sit there, basically asking him to go to Natalie's and everything else. And he's sitting here like, yeah, I did. How Eddie's, what? So what? What you gonna do? I'll go over there as much as I want to, blah, blah, blah. She been out because she said, threatening, or he need to let me know, like, you did all this and blah, blah, blah. And he questioned him, Eddie, how he run. And like I said, his mom, like I said, he just always be testing people. He must have forgot that damn quickly, or how much coke did he snort, that he forgot, like, Negro, you just got shot. I know he's not Negro, but I'm just saying, you just got shot. Lushion was the one who saved your ungrateful, evil ass, and, and at the same time, you still don't get it. But that's because he also has all this power. And he one of them people who power trips for real. Got him up all night, okay? So anyways, he let him know, and Eddie tried one time, I'll go there as much as I want to try them. As soon as he called that let that dumb bitch know. And here go Lushion. He didn't say, it seemed like he didn't say no words. He turned the fire alarm on, whatever, so that way it makes all this noise. I didn't know why he did that. All of a sudden, he pulled out his gun and started shooting. I was like, that don't look like the taser. Pow, 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 pow. And here go Eddie. Like he got bronchitis and asthma is working up at the same time. Or he just smoked some good weed. And it turns out that Lushion shot purposely at his vest. But he let him know, you try that one more time, next time it ain't gonna be your vest. And he just just walk out right over. And everybody don't know that he pulled a farm alarm. He was like this false alarm. Eddie never came out the rest of that episode. Okay, he probably was still I needed hella. It don't even have no breathing trouble, okay? But he shot at that thing. Lushion, like I said, was on chill mode for so long, okay? He already got family, he already got all these problems, and then he got this, okay? Because now he crossing the line. For real. So, we got this second, let's talk about these last two scenes that stood out real quick. We got, they on the bike run, and then he's trying to ask, I think either Steve wanted, like, where is Pete? He tried to call Pete, and he was like, the radio thing, and he's trying to explain, he got to take it. Lushion was telling Steve, like, I got to take care of private matter. You know what I'm saying? And, Steve like, well, you act like I'm not your boss or whatever. He was like, you remind me all the time that you're my boss. He basically like this, you know what? I got a private matter to go by, I have a private matter to go by, and you know what? He was like, then he was trying to give him on 15 minutes. Lucius 1:30. Then he was like, you know what? Great. I'll be back in an hour. And he tried to check, Lucius like, I'm the master. And he just like this, like, you know what? He basically was letting him know, like, okay, you're my boss, but Lucian's just sick and tired. He is sick and tired, okay? So he tries to go, and I know probably maybe he didn't show where he was going, but maybe he was trying to get in time, because he knew once he found out that Pete was, set to the south side, he knew something was wrong then. But unfortunately, by the time when Pete and them, they were on the radio first, this radio didn't work, and then Ben tried, he did the same call. They go bike riding, they go in an area, and then also Ben hides behind the corner. He in the corner. And all of a sudden, these four guys, and that's what reminded me of, like, they started shooting. Pete first was behind by a dumpster with the steel. But they kept on, they just kept walking and kept shooting. They kept walking and kept shooting. They kept walking and kept shooting at the same time, running, power, walking, shooting, just working, power, shooting. And then, all of a sudden, Pete was trying to ask for it. Ben, like I said, is still around the corner. He's still around the corner. He's trying to make sure he saved both, at least, all 5 of his toes on both feet this time in his other hand. So he still, did nothing. But I'm like, Ben, I hope you answer for that, because that's not right. What you did. And it's like he's still able to get away with it, even though he only got one hand, now, whatever. But still. So Pete began to run, round bullets where he kept start shooting. He tried to ask, like I said, Ben back up. Of course, nobody gonna come because it's all set up. And then Pete begins to run, and they start shooting him in the back. And that's what reminded me of Boys in the Hood, which was more Shetland scene. They shot dudes, kind of near dumps. And they shot him in the back. And then we got Pete. He's on the stomach, and they didn't show like if the guys came to finish execution style. I don't know if Pete had a vest on as well, because it looked like all of them were shooting the back. So I still personally don't know whether or not and maybe most of us, was Pete dead or was he critical condition, because he was just like, I need backup or something, and then it kind of like faded from that part. You know what I mean? So I don't even know if it's dead or if they're gonna finish him off or whatever. I'm like, poor Pete. And then that's what the episode should call, Poor Pete. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm poking my lip out. It was like I knew he maybe wasn't gonna make it, but he wasn't gonna make it, whatever. And it's like, dang, everybody getting money in the South Side, and not, and not for good reason as far as what happened at Durham Station. So the last part is, Brad comes out of the hospital. First, she didn't know, Alice didn't know how she was getting home, And the frozen doctor in real life. I mean, I'm sorry, the doctor in real life, because you know darn well she looked like that girl from the lake from Frozen with that braid. She is just representing, okay. So she asked her, Alice tries to say, I'm going to take cab home. And she's like, are you sure? No, you need a car seat. Take that baby home. And you're not leaving out of the car seat. And she's like, I'll take you home. And, Brad comes in like, hi, darling. I'll take you home. What's wrong, sunshine? And Alex started to sense, she started talking to him a little, because I think Frozen, Dr. Frozen, like I said, she looked like the girl character from Frozen. And she, like I said, left the room. Then all of a sudden, she let me know, like, what is wrong? Me and you and that baby, or was something going to happen to me and the baby? Brad's like, no, ain't nothing going to happen to you and your baby. No, honey, come on. What do you want me to act like ass? I always come back in and just come in here. Now, let's go home. And she knew something was up. So she was like, Dr. Frozen, Doctor, I forgot what her name was, because I'm so stuck of calling her Frozen, whatever. Let it go. But she was like, you know what? I think I'm going to need that ride. She ends up coming home. And the last scene was, hey, honey, we're home. And she, all of a sudden, he was like, you know what? Your mom and dad is here. And we got dad sitting up there. I'm surprised he ain't got no spit can and stuff and the banjo and shit. And then we got the mom like, hi, Brad sent us a nice rental car and shows us directions and talked to us and everything, right? And, you know what? So let us see the baby. We came down here to see the baby. And then here come the damn credits. And that's it, y'all. Y'all plus we plus 9 plus we get hugs and loves. But yeah, that's cliffhangers. Not to say bad cool, but certain ones, like I said, like, okay. But maybe it's going to be really exciting the next, when we come back.